Hi everyone, and welcome to this painting tutorial. Today, we're going to tackle a palace guard from Quartermaster 3D, a bodyguard from my Dunes of Qarath army. The goal is to paint this miniature quickly in just 20 minutes using a simple color scheme, perfect for mass battles in 28mm. If, like me, you have a large army to assemble, around 200 miniatures, this color scheme of cream white, orange, blue, red, and gold will help you get it done quickly while still looking great. So, let's get started. After priming the miniature in brown, we'll go straight in with a coat of mummy robes over the entire figure, avoiding the recesses. The key here is not to thin the paint too much and not to overload the brush. We're aiming for a rough dry brush to keep the brown visible in the shadow areas. Next, I'll go over with a second coat of mummy robes, but this time only on the areas I want to paint in linen color, like the robe and the mask of the guard. For the base, I'll use desert yellow, leaving some brown underneath to create a nice natural gradient. Once everything is dry, I'll apply a coat of skeleton bones only on the raised parts of the base, again using a dry brush to maintain that natural texture. Then, I apply a wash equivalent to light tone on the base, the robe, and the mask. I found a wash that does the job perfectly and costs 20 times less. One of the advantages of living in Japan is having access to quality modeling products at a reduced price. For example, primer sprays here cost just $1, unbeatable. Coat of matte black just on the weapon to make the metal I'll add later stand out. Once the wash is completely dry, I add a light layer of mummy robes on the robe and mask. This keeps the gradient, but helps to tone down the shiny and overly dark effect of the wash. For the skin, I apply 2 thin coats of Barbarian Flesh. Then, the belt and the loincloth are painted in diluted lava orange to make use of the brown-white gradient we created underneath. The metallic parts, like the armor and accessories, are done in greedy gold, and the wrappings in leather brown. On the first few miniatures of this unit, I applied a strong tone wash on the leather brown to make it pop, but I'm not sure it really makes a difference. The shoes are painted with diluted oak brown, and for the pants, I use deep blue, also diluted. You can even go for a lighter blue by diluting it more if you want. For the sword, which was primed in matte black, I apply a coat of plate mail metal. Finally, I use a flesh wash on the gold parts and the skin. While that dries, I give the base's edge a fresh coat of brown. To finish off, I add a bit of red tone to the lava orange, and that's it. This palace guard is ready to join his comrades in defending the local despot's palace. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's a very simple but effective color scheme to get an army ready quickly. I still have quite a few miniatures left to paint for this army, including cavalry and other units from different creators. That said, I really love Quartermaster 3D's miniatures. They are super easy to paint, and the style is fantastic. If you're interested in these miniatures, you can find the STL files directly on MyMiniFactory, available on Quartermaster 3D's page. And if you don't have a 3D printer, no problem. You can always go through Proxywars to buy the printed models,